2022 is a standout year for biodiversity, for science and policy, and especially for IPBES. Not only is this the first time that IPBES member states will meet in person since the start of the global pandemic, and consider two vital new IPBES assessment reports, but it also marks the 10th anniversary of IPBES itself. In April 2012, nearly 100 countries gathered in Panama City to recognize the vital need for credible science to better inform decisions about nature. Together, they established an intergovernmental platform to strengthen the links between science and policy, and IPBES was born. Although there were many parallels with the work of the IPCC on climate science, it was clear even from those earliest days that IPBES was different. It brought together experts under a conceptual framework emphasizing the importance of different knowledge systems and the value of a wide selection of voices. From the natural and social sciences to indigenous and local knowledge, as well as the expertise of practitioners from every region of the world. Looking back a decade later, we salute the incredible contributions of the thousands of experts who have given their time and knowledge so freely, the tens of thousands of reviewers who have helped to improve IPBES's work, the innumerable stakeholders who continue to expand IPBES's impact, and the member states whose support and collaboration make the work of IPBES possible. There have already been 8 sessions of the IPBES Plenary and 8 landmark assessment reports on pollination, scenarios and models, land degradation and restoration, and 4 regional assessments as well as the global assessment on biodiversity and ecosystem services. There have also been 2 IPBES workshop reports, dozens of capacity building activities, work on scenarios and models and on policy support tools, and significant advances on knowledge and data. IPBES's work on communications and stakeholder engagement has also successfully raised the profile of the biodiversity crisis and what can be done about it to unprecedented levels of global awareness and priority. IPBES too has seen a decade of growth. From less than 100 original member states, the IPBES membership has now grown to 139. With a goal of universal membership, IPBES continues to tackle the challenges that transcend all borders and threaten the well-being of all people. It has been a decade of real impact. Key messages and policy options from IPBES reports have been taken up at the highest levels of international governance, with decisions at the Convention on Biological Diversity and other biodiversity-related conventions, actions by the G7 and the G20, policy changes by parliament and legislatures, new nature-positive approaches to private sector investments, and even some very personal individual commitments and actions for nature. In addition, it has also been a decade of achievement. IPBES has received a number of accolades in recognition of its work, from the Win-Win Gothenburg Sustainability Award to the Prince Albert II of Monaco Award. It has even been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize for each of the last 3 years. So what's next for IPBES? 2 new landmark IPBES reports will be considered by IPBES member states and are planned for launch at IPBES 9. One on the sustainable use of wild species and the other on the diverse values of biodiversity. A third, on invasive alien species and their control, is due to be launched in 2023. Work has also begun on the IPBES assessment of transformative change and of the nexus between biodiversity, water, food, and health. Finally, on the near horizon is an assessment of the links between business and biodiversity. Thank you for being part of the IPBES journey. With your support, the next decade is shaping up to be even more important, and we look forward to sharing that with you, working together on science and policy for people and nature.